does this happen? In any civilization where there is a democracy, or at least the pretense of one. How the hell does Donald Trump get away with that? Fucking dinner. Meme coin investors dinner. It looks like a fucking Happy Meal. I don't know. I think people have been happy with a McDonald's and what they got. Crikey. 148 million quid been spent on this fucking meme coin, which 80% of it is held back by Donald Trump. Yeah, they don't lose. No, all these people invested all this money, they've lost it, that's gone. Crikey. But don't worry, those people who invested the most money got themselves a billion. Anyway, a watch. That's made in China. Which sells for 100,000. It's not worth 100,000, no, it's just what he sells it for. But that's Donald Trump for you, you know. But he's getting away with it. The cheek of the devil, right? And just the fact that he's crooking people, isn't he? You know, he's robbing them blind. It's the fact that he's stood there behind his little podium with the government seal. With the government fucking seal on it. What the hell? The presidential seal. In what world is that right? I just find this absolutely flabbergasting. I really do. Whatever next? What is that con man going to be doing next? Oh my God, yeah, I'll ask you a question. Are Americans... No, actually, let's rephrase that. Is MAGA fucking stupid? Because I'm sure that ordinary folk are up in arms about this. They must be, mustn't they? Well, there was protesters there. There was at Donald Trump's Virginia golf course, chanting outside about corruption and crypto coin corruption and what have you, because this is exactly what it is. This is just blatant corruption. And when, oh crikey, the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, stands there and tells us, well, actually, unlike Biden, the corruption, he say the corruption, but, you know, he basically said, well, everything's open, it's all in front of you, you can see it. It doesn't make it right, does it? Just because you can see it, blatant corruption, it doesn't mean to say it should be happening, but it is. Now, if this happened to anybody else, let's say, for instance, argument's sake, let me think of someone. It's all really hard. This is really hard to think of someone. Oh, no, maybe Biden, for instance. Shit would have hit the fan. You would never hear the end of it. They'll say he'd be impeached. He should be in jail, they'll say. Fucking roll on. But no, Donald Trump, he's allowed to do all this shit for some bizarre... Well, he ain't allowed, but, you know, he's doing it. All right? And no one's doing anything about it. Any decent, hard-working American, is any left, right, should be up in arms. They should be up in arms. They should be contacting their senators and rattling their cages, sending them emails, banging on their doors, pooping in their letterboxes, all that. Anyway, they should be doing something, or something a little bit more clandestine. I don't know, doing something to let these people know that you ain't happy about what's going on and that you won't be voting for them again. But no, nothing's happening. Nobody's doing anything. And Donald Trump, all he sees as well, they haven't done anything. Must be all right then. I can carry on. What's my next grift? What the heck? So yes, Trump's crypto dinner, all black ties, yeah. But yeah, the blue tie on, didn't he? Something stupid, like it was at the funeral of the Pope. Oh yeah, there was Chinese billionaires there. And he's got the government seal. Oh, crikey. Well, I just find this absurd. I don't get it. There's 220 investors in this fucking Bitcoin, crypto coin thing, who ploughed a combined 148 million into the crypto venture, boosting the growing crypto industry and inviting a torrent of criticism from ethical implications. Also, all of a sudden, the value of the crypto, the meme coin, goes up, and then after all the dust settles, it goes down, and people lose all their money. It's not the first time it's happened with Donald Trump's dollar coin, or dollar Trump, whatever it's called. Christ's sake. Now, the people who invested, they basically invested for the sole purpose of gaining access to Donald Trump. And some of them, saw my arms aching, so I've got a bloody great camera. Some of them, well, that's basically the gamble. They just say, well, we need to see Trump, we need to speak to him, we need to address him. There's all these promises have been made by Trump that, they'll be able to have some kind of business talk. But no, there was around 25 that did get to address him briefly. The rest of them didn't even get to see him, barely got to see him apart from when he's standing up spouting a load of rubbish, like he usually does. And they paid for the privilege of that. And a dodgy Happy Meal. There's like a little dollop of mashed potato. There was some little stumpy steak, alright? 3 peas and vegetables just chucked on top of each other, some roasted carrots. That was a bit it. I wonder if there was a beautiful chocolate cake, like the one that Xi Jinping had. Oh, there better been. There'd been trouble if I was there. Oh, if I didn't get my chocolate cake. Oh, blimey. So yes, it was a black tie event, and the wealthy are nothing new for Trump, but this event, which took place on the evening of May the 22nd, just a few days ago, at his golf club in Sterling, Virginia, stood out among the annals of presidential dining. And obviously he has his presidential seal on his fucking podium. He shouldn't even be doing anything like this. He's moonlighting. That's what he's doing, he's moonlighting. And his family's just gaining more and more wealth. And everywhere he's going, he's dragging his kids along with him so they can gain more wealth. Such as Eric Trump and Kushner, Oh, I just find it's just... Why are you allowing this to go on? You should be burning the fucking place down by now. Crikey. My God, they had an insurrection just because Donald Trump said the election was stolen. God, don't forget, tell me in the comments, oh, MAGA fucking stupid. Oh, for Christ's sake. This is just getting from bad to worse. What is next? I knew about this dinner and stuff, but when you start seeing the photographs and picking out what they got served and stuff like that, and it's just one great big grift. All along it was just a great big grift. These people didn't even get anything. They didn't get anywhere with them. All that happens, you remember Donald Trump, probably he needs an hour, doesn't he, just to talk about himself, how great he is. Oh, for Christ's sake. So in total, the investors spent $148 million on the dollar Trump meme coin, according to crypto intelligence firm Inca Digital. So Trump arrived 7 p.m, riding the presidential helicopter. So you're paying for this, all right? You're paying for him to grift you. Anyway, oh my giddy aunt. How many millions every single week is having to be spent on Donald Trump's security just so he can go and play golf at his own golf courses? They're in charge of God knows how much for the accommodation for all the security. It's like 20, 30 grand every single week just for their rooms at Mar-a-Lago. Or at the golf courses and stuff, wherever he's going. Oh, so yeah, he was on the Marine One, he was, which landed at the golf course, and he stayed at the dinner for slightly more than an hour before heading back to the White House. He was only there for an hour. Oh my Gideon. These people are fucking idiots. If they thought that they were going to be getting any benefit from this. Huge amounts of money. I know of one logistics firm that paid 20 odd million, spent 20 odd million in Bitcoin, the crypto coin, dollar Trump coin. I wonder if he got any any help. No, probably not. This is just idiocy. Don't people see Trump for what he is? Feckin' con man. Corrupt con man. They don't, do they? It's either that or they don't want to admit who he is. Or they don't want to admit that they well voted for him. And then they're handing over shitloads of bloody cash. Oh, there's about 100 protesters there was. Stop crypto corruption. Oh look, there's an aeroplane up there. Critics say that the dinner provided a way for the wealthy to influence the president by funneling money to his business. Well, they didn't influence him, did they? They didn't even get to speak to him. There's only a minority that did, or was addressed by him. Senator Jeff Merkley of Oregon, who was among the protesters, called the dinner a stunning public display of corruption. You ain't bloody kidding. No, because nothing's happening. You know, tiny little protest. You know, nobody bloody cares. Can't be bothered to do anything about it. You need to be rattling. You know, your lawmakers. Rattle their fucking cages, whether they be Republicans, whether they be Democrats or Independents. Rattle their fucking cages. Make sure that they are speaking out against this blatant corruption. Whatever next day. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave in the comments down below. I'm going to continue my walk. I am. There's a cow over there. Yeah, more cows. There's always cows. I'm always seeing cows, I am. Yeah. I'm sure they're following me. Yeah. Anyway, please people that like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, little bell icons, and you get one bussy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. Blimey. Foot Sport channel, you can do, you know, you could do, the Patreon or buy us coffee. There's also the super thanks as well if you're interested. You don't have to, obviously. It's not a rule. But it does help me feed my dogs, and it does. And pay for their feckin' medication. It cost me a flipping fortune. Cows. We have cows. These are limousine cows, in case you're wondering. Anyway, toodaloo. Now I know, right, if I get orientated, that my house is over there somewhere on the other side of the trees, in the distance. Yeah, on the other side of the valley. Toodaloo. But I'm going this way.